I'm sick. And I've just been in a very weird mood. I just don't feel super motivated to do anything. I've rotted away and scrolled on my phone, which, shocker, never makes anyone feel better. And I just don't know. I don't know. So today the mission is to do my normal thing and hope that that feels normal again. Because it doesn't feel normal right now. And I'm exhausted trying to figure out why. I'm going to continue my book. I started Mark Twain, The Innocents Abroad, when I was on a trip, and it was so fun to do that on a trip. I'm enjoying the book when I'm reading the book, but because of the mood that I'm in, I'm having a really hard time just getting myself to sit down and get back into the story. It reads in a very conversational tone, and I really like that. It feels like you're catching up with a friend who just got back from an amazing trip, and then they're telling you all about it. I just couldn't summon the energy to sit down and read my book until 2 days ago when I found the audiobook. And that has been exactly what I just said. It's a conversational, it's like your friend's calling you on the phone. So I am enjoying that reading experience. I'm going to continue with that reading experience. And I said, okay, Dakota, you're going to sit down with an audiobook. What are you going to do while you listen to the book? And I thought, I'm going to continue my embroidered jeans project. These jeans I've had for a few years. They are ripped jeans, so there are massive holes in the knees. They've always been there. They were produced that way. I don't like that style anymore, so I never reach for them, but they're so comfy. The issue is that in the 5 years that I've had them, I've made those rips in the knees a little bit bigger by accident. And then I've also put a rip in near the zipper. So they're just not really let's go out and be in society and look good. So I decided to add fun embroidered things to them. I'm going to embroider more things while I listen to my audiobook. And then at the end of the weekend, I think I'm just going to be done with them. My brain has a hard time with done because realistically, they're not exactly what I wanted them to be, so they're not done. So they've been sitting in a craft bag for a year, but I want to wear them. So I'm going to wear them even though they're not done. And done is very subjective when I'm the one it's completely self-imposed. I'm the one that can decide if it's done or not because it's my project. Oh gosh, my brain is really something special. It's also 104 degrees right now and I'm using my sweater weather mug. Anyway, my brain's not working. I'm going to listen to my book and I'm going to do my project. Goodbye. I did it. I don't know what to call it. I think it's a doily of some sort, but this tiered bookcase, it spins and it has 4 screws on the top, and I've normally have things on it, so I don't really think much of it, but I did want to just put something over it, and I got scared when I was trying to decide what color because I didn't want it to really take up too much attention in this area. So I just did this little white cream situation, and I like it. I did stop the tutorial before the end because I got to this stage and I just kind of liked the size that it was at, so I didn't do the final. I think there was only one more round that I didn't do, but essentially it goes into more of like a floral type whatever. I liked that this was just kind of scalloped at this stage, so finished that. And I finished my jeans. I will go through those right now, may as well. Okay, so as I mentioned, I had a rip here that's still there, but as far as the embroidery goes, I have some little thought bubble, I have mountains, this is supposed to be a chocolate chip cookie, these are some books, a pineapple, an avocado, just some bows, racing flags, a little Christmas tree, pencil, golf, camera, a little heart, have a little goldfish, candy cane, watermelon, balloon, pizza, little dog paw, Harry Potter, of course. This was supposed to be a little traffic cone. S'mores. I forget what this was supposed to be, but I messed it up, so it turned into a purple cyclops. Why not? A little high noon can. I think I skipped this. Pumpkin pie. Umbrella. This is the Believe poster from Ted Lasso. Little ghost. A cactus. An apple. A music note. The American flag. And some moon and stars. And then throughout the whole side of the leg, I have these little flowers, and I think they're really cute. I really like how those turned out down the whole leg, and that, I believe, is all I have on this side. Again, I mentioned just massive knee holes, and that's not really my style anymore, but these jeans are so comfortable, so we'll see. I have had thoughts of maybe doing like a patchwork, almost like quilted looking knee, so that at least they're not completely exposed, but the priority was the embroidery, and I really like how this leg turned out. And then the other leg, I decided to just do this like color block situation. My favorite color combos are pink and green, so I liked these two together and I liked these two together. I don't know, just added something. And then I have these little lips on the side of the butt, and the bottom of the leg I have, and now that you don't have to be perfect, you can be good. So those were my jeans. The only thing I didn't mention is the crazy hole that was in the other leg. It ripped years ago, and it actually provides a little bit more mobility, so I'm not mad about it. I'm really excited with how it turned out, and working on the jeans motivated me to work on this and listen to my book, which, can we pause? How beautiful of a color. That orange with this like tealish blue. It's just a beautiful combo there. I don't know exactly how many pages I have left because I have since switched to audio, but I have about 5 hours left in the audiobook, and it's just very fascinating to me to listen to what a trip like this would have looked like in the 19th century. I think this was published in 1869, so 150 something years ago, to observe one person's observation of other cultures and lands with his own beliefs and his own prejudices and just kind of the world at the time. He references multiple global affairs, and it's just interesting to observe what has changed and what hasn't changed, and I am really enjoying it. It's not like a page turner. I'm not speeding through it, mainly because I don't think that was the point. I'm walking along with him, like we are wandering with him. We are not speeding through this trip, so I'm not speeding through the book. There was one thing that I don't think that it's going to be topped, so I'm going to read it because I think that this is going to be my favorite part of the book. Let me find it. Okay, Again, I'm going to read this, and let's keep in mind that this was written in 1867, I think is when he started writing this book. In America, we hurry, which is well, but when the day's work is done, we go on thinking of losses and gains. We plan for the morrow. We even carry our business cares to bed with us, and toss and worry over them when we ought to be restoring our racked bodies and brains with sleep. We burn up our energies with these excitements, and either die early or drop into a lean and mean old age at a time of life which they call a man's prime in Europe. What a robust people, what a nation of thinkers we might be, if we would only lay ourselves on the shelf occasionally and renew our edges. I do envy these Europeans, the comfort they take. When the work of the day is done, they forget it. Some of them go, with wife and children, to a beer hall and sit quietly and genteelly drinking a mug or two of ale and listening to music. Others walk the streets. Others drive in the avenues. Others assemble in the great ornamental squares in the early evening to enjoy the sight and the fragrance of flowers, and to hear the military bands play. They go to bed moderately early and sleep well. They are always quiet, always orderly, always cheerful, comfortable, and appreciative of life and its manifold blessings. One never sees a drunken man among them. The change that has come over our little party is surprising. Day by day we lose some of our restlessness and absorb some of the spirit of quietude and ease that is in the tranquil atmosphere about us and in the demeanor of the people. We grow wise apace. We begin to comprehend what life is for. I just read the portions that I highlighted on that page, but it just 150 years, and I feel that America still is not, we're not there, and I would love to, leave work and go have an ale and wander the avenues and do the things, but alas, we are workers, worker beans, and that's all. I'm done for the week. I would like to try and turn my brain off. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I have my jeans, my doily, and my book that I'm going to continue on. And I don't know what's next to come. I don't know what project and I don't know what pages, but here we are. Bye from me and my crazy jeans.